Okay, boys and girls, today we're going to learn about the element of art of lines. And lines come with all different names. And so what I'm going to do with you as a class, we're going to get some oil pastels. And oil pastels are very similar to crayons, but their colour is a lot stronger and they're a little bit more greasy and oily. So you might find that your fingers feel a little bit oily, so at the end you can wash them. But first I want you to look in your oil pastel box and pick any colour that you like. I'm going to start off with this one here. And the very first line, because we've been talking about names of lines already, I'm actually going to draw a straight line, and it is a horizontal line. But what I want to do is I want to start at the very edge of my paper and I want to bring it all the way across very carefully. I want to make sure that I'm drawing that line as straight as I can. See how slow I'm going? And then take it to the other end like that. Now I'm finished with that one. I'm going to put that away and I want you to do the same. I want you to get a new colour. Okay, hold it up in the air so I can see that you've got your new colour, so we're ready again. And when you are, we're going to draw another straight line, but this time we're going to go up and down, and it's called a vertical line. So we're going to go start at the top of my paper, and I'm going to do the same thing, nice and steady. Bring it down, bring it down, bring it down, straight as I can, and right to the other side. And that is called a vertical line. Now we're going to change our colour. I'm going to get next colour. Hold it up in the air that I know you've got a new colour. Next thing, we're going to do another straight line, and this is called a diagonal line. So I want you to think of a slide or a ski slope. Put it at any edge of your paper. It doesn't have to be at the same point as mine, but then you're going to go whee, diagonal line all the way down and right to the bottom. And see, what you've done now is you've done a horizontal, a vertical and a diagonal line, but you've also broken your paper up and you've got all these different areas. Now the next line that I love to do is a zigzag line. So I'm going to get myself a new colour again, hold it up so I know you've got that new colour, so we're ready. And a zigzag, any part of your paper, start at the very edge, because what we want to do is break the paper up into different shapes. So I'm just going to start here and I'm going to go zig, zag, zig, zag, zig, zag, zig, zag. And you can do that and say zigzag as you're drawing it. I'm going to put my oil pastel away and I want to get a new colour. And next I'm going to do a wavy line, okay? So I'm going to go right across my paper. I'm going to start at one side and I'm going to go wavy. There we go. And take it right across to the other side. There's my wavy line. I'm going to change my colour again. And I'm going to do a different type of line. Okay? This time I'm going to do a curly line, a looped line. So this is how we're going to do it. We're going to go curl it, create a loop, curl it, create a loop. Okay? Think about an airplane doing tricks in the sky, or a bee that's getting dizzy. Bzz, bzz, bzz. Loop, loop, and take it to the very edge. Okay? Now I'm going to change my colour again. Okay? And this one is called a spiral. Now there's two ways of doing a spiral. What I'm going to show you is the way that I do it, where I put my oil pastel down and I go out, but create a round shape, and I keep going out and out. It doesn't matter if you overlap on the lines that you've done already, and out like that. Or, I'm going to change my colour, I'll show you a different way, is to put your oil pastel down and go inwards. In. So think of a tornado or the shell of a snail. And these are spirals, okay? So you can draw two of those, boys and girls, on your paper to get good practice on those there. Now another line that I'd like to do is a dotted line. So I'm going to go dot, dot. I'm just going to take it right across the paper from one end to the other, like that. I'm going to change my colour. And I'm going to do a line that is made up of dashes, so they're a little bit bigger than a dot. This time I'm going to go dash, 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 dash. So think of the lines that run in the middle of a road so that make sure that the cars stay on the correct side. There's my dash line. Now you've created a drawing that includes names of lines. So we're using this as a foundation for all our future projects. Now we're going to paint it. So when we paint, we're going to hold our paintbrush just like you would hold a pencil. Okay, so you've got control of that paintbrush. You've also got clean water, and your water should only be filled just to the middle, okay, not to the top. And we're going to wet our brush, then we're going to push it just to the side. We don't tap it, because when we tap we actually create splashes. And then we're going to paint inside each section that we've drawn. So if I was to start in this one, I'm going to paint inside. Now the fact that we've used oil pastels as our medium for drawing lines, they will resist the paint, which means that they don't like to get wet and they'll come through the paint. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm filling around the edges, and then I'm filling in the middle, and I'm filling inside those lines. Next thing, I want to wash my brush because I don't want to use the same colour. Now I'm going to, like I told you, do this. Okay, squeeze it on the side. Now I'm going to get a new colour, and this time I'll paint up here. I won't paint beside the wet section. I want this one to dry before I go beside it again. And then I'm going to go around the edges and fill in. Need more paint in the centre, and I've kept the colour inside the lines. Now here's a little trick for the loops. We can get either a smaller paintbrush, but again, hold your paintbrush just like a pencil. Look at the control that you can have when you hold it like a pencil, and keep it within those lines. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to fill this whole paper with colour, and you will have created an abstract artwork. That means that it doesn't really look like anything in real life, but it is made up of lines and shapes and colour. So this is your first art project for kindergarten boys and girls. Let's go make some art.